Sooner we're done, the better.
About the Raiden Shogun.
You mean me? Perhaps it's because...
What? Like Dvalin is to Barbados?
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Aww.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that a nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. At some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly difficult. You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the... Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this by neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again. Our relationship will remain forever how it was. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly isolating her, then my duty as her eternal familiar is to drag...
Aw, Miko, you...
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for anti-Raiden Shogun...
There's a part 2?
You can't run!
Futile!
What a nuisance! You can't run!
Surrender!
Rest and rebuild!
Motion to compel! Breath of the flame!
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due. Guilty. We stand condemned.
Boom boom! You can't run! Shiver!
Nowhere to run.
Incinerate! Yeah!
Tough crowd. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty.
We're finally done.
You did quite admirably. I could see.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the Raiden
How do I put this? You're no ma-
Wait, what? So all of this was a
You are the most important part of the plan. Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances? You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue.
You don't have to be so blunt. The Travelers...
I don't mean to belittle them. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them, that in short, if everything goes according to plan... Oh, goodness, is that the time? I have another guest to receive today.
All of this said and you're entertaining guests? Hi.
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. In fact, I've been mulling it over for quite a long time. Before one makes a plan, what is the most important thing one must do?
Don't know.
You must understand the situation you are faced. The Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity. Yes, this is the now. We also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been in...
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryou and Kanjo commissions are in some form of... Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, has the two rope. Unfortunately, given that said antagonist is under the protection...
So, what should we do?
It will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryou.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it's...
When I say rebellion, I don't mean betraying the shogunate. I mean, inciting. If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you another audience with the Raiden Shogun. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active... Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now.
Affirmative.
Kujusara!
It seems that you're forgetting. This is the Grand Narukami Shrine. Use of force here is strictly forbidden. Before you proceed, which of you would like to face...
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not sheltering a wanted criminal here.
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Gujiyai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate—
Even though she will one day seize your vision too?
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Huh. It's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by circumstance.
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct. Tell me exactly what you mean.
The Vision Hunt Decree is a trap. Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazu and your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryou Commission. They're the—
You're saying the Kujo clan betrayed the shogunate?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Guji Yae, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the shogun. He reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for the shogun pales. How could he ever even dream of acting against the shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes.
3 days? I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, I will demand a full— He will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was so scary! Paimon wasn't expecting to— But, Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryou Commission's betrayal.
Why are you always asking so many questions? Of course not. I just had to—
Not in time.
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last detail.
Okay, but what are we gonna do, though? We only have 3 days.
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help. Now, come with me.
That toy Tanuki just turned into a human! What's going on? Paimon's never seen one of— Not a Tanuki. I'm so tired. Is this the professional? She doesn't look very professional.
She is a member of the Shiumatsuban.
Oh, wow! A ninja? So was that one of those legendary Anyway, what's—
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission, a secret unit under Kamisato Ayato. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have no right. However, convincing their most chronically lazy Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
You make it sound so simple, but—
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out by now. All right then. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the Tenryou but since the three commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions... Now the Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with the help of this Shiu Matsuban ninja, don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here.
Toma, you there? It's us. We're back.
What brings you here? Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our...
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here, I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato. Bear with me for one...
I see. You have been through a lot since we last met. I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryou. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war with the Resistance. I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps the problem all...
what do you mean?
The Tenryou Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had... Meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision.
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujo Takayuki. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no—
If only there was a way we could distract the guards just...
Yoimiya's fireworks!
That's a very Toma-sounding, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryou Commission. If someone said while they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryou Commission and take the report.
Great! It feels like I'm getting closer and closer to being a free man. It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. I've been looking forward to seeing you. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's... Oh man, I want to go to the hot...
Poor Toma.
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner the Vision Hunt decree is abolished, the sooner Toma will be free. This was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate...
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again!
You're still thinking about that?
The Tenryou Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near. Let's meet back here afterwards.
All right. First, let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya. Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework.
Extra large firework?
You sure came to the right room. As it happens, I made this really souped up, but it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse, and try to avoid burning your clothes. Also, it's best that you cover your ears. What? Don't worry, it's just a firework, come on. We'll give it a try. Thanks, Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to wait for nightfall.
You! The warrant is for your arrest!
Oh no! Run! Pretty much how I thought. There are loads and loads of people. If one of them spots, we need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside. After I get the document, let's meet back at Komari Tea House, okay? Also, if I do get caught, please come rescue me. Is this really a good idea? Anyway, let's make our way to the statue. Officially nuts! Uh-oh, they're all coming this way! Quick, run!
Well, how did it go? Well done. Let's wait for news from Sayu.
I exercise helps you grow. But this was... I feel so dizzy. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to... I didn't know how to find a document you guys were talking about. Here you go.
My lady, what are we looking at?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have correspondence with the Fatui. It seems that Gujiaya was right. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiaya. I trust you will have a plan for the next step. I will also gather some people to try and root out the rest of the Fatui in Inazuma.
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun. I still get goosebumps just thinking about...
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiai. She is close to the Shogun.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for a meeting with Yaimiko soon. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head to the Grand Narukami...
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone.
I knew you would keep your promise after all. I'm sure you've barely been able to take your mind off it these past few days.
So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone's keeping their promises today.
Oh, you wouldn't believe what we had to go through to get our hands on this stuff.
Hand them to Sarah. She can examine them for herself.
What is this? I see this document bears the official seal of the head of the Kujo clan. I don't understand. Not a single word. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line? Or the hardship endured by utter disregard for human life? Why would they want to hide it?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the things you just mentioned appeared in this report?
So, the Tenryou Commission... they are deliberately deceiving the Shogun?
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the vision?
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the Fatui. The head of the Kujo clan kept this a secret...
Well, the things you wanted to see but also wished not to see are... Surely, you aren't planning to turn...
So everything I've ever held on to, it's all... This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujo-Sara seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryou rebellion is successfully underway. Yep. Let's catch up with her.
Hold on, Traveler. There's something else we need to...
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the omnipresent god. You must find a way to recreate the If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the Take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one aside for you. If you find yourself at your wit's end, take it out and see what happens. Maybe your prayers will be... Or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows?
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be poking fun at the trap.
I'm sorry. Well then.
followed me here? Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least but if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be arrested immediately. Good.
Master's orders.
Ready to do my utmost.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice.
Nowhere to run!
I must withdraw. I must withdraw. Who goes there? Soldiers,
Punishment.
quick!
Incinerate! Judgment!
Allow me!
Get them! I won't
Yeah!
get this. I must
Glory to the Shogun!
brace yourself.
Time for your arraignment! Judgment!
Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned.
Watch your step.
Guilty.
Show me what you've got.
Quiver!
Hold the line!
Lights out.
Nowhere to run.
Strike!
Rest and rebuild!
Who goes there?
You can't run!
Soldiers, quick!
Storm the front! Flash!
Futile.
I must withdraw. I must withdraw. Get them!
Covenant of the Deep! Allow me!
Judgment!
Surrender.
Show me what you've got.
Boom boom!
Judgment is upon you. Your penance is due.
Battle formation!
You stand condemned.
Yeah!
Show me what you've
Rebuild!
got.
You can't run! No turning back!
Motion to compel!
Get them!
Nowhere to run.
Allow me. Let's fight first.
Well played.
I won't get this.
Punishment!
I need to train harder. Stop! Sarah, have you gone insane?
Master,
Go on, ask him! Don't let him intimidate!
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to the
So this is how my documents went missing from headquarters?
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know. Has the Tenryo Commission...
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yes, the report you saw was...
He just came
The diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. And all they requested of me in return was, for too long the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. There is no shortage of clans. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing of another powerful nation, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you betray her after all this?
Betrayal? How can you call this? The Fatui may think they are using me, but the reverse is true. When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall to their knees. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah, he doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her power as a warrior, especially the Muso no Hitotachi. In fact...
But Master, what about loyalty? Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, you taught me the importance, but it's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo clan. So you hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own wretched selfishness!
Selfishness? I am but safeguarding the eternity of the Kujo clan.
Hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui, Paimon thinks he's in for a nasty
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past. I asked myself, is this truly the correct thing? But I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long as she leads the way, who among us is qualified to judge between... But now I realize that the path of eternity is one without end, while this path... So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this. If nothing else...
Stubborn and futile. Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan's position is now on... The Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnayan diplomat. A harbinger by the name of Signora.
Signora's the one behind all this? Not! Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said something about the Kanjo Commissioner meeting with an arrogant-sounding woman.
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well, if she thinks she's leaving Inazuma in one piece...
Sara stormed off! Do you think she's gonna go barge into Tenshukaku right now? You can say that again! Alright then, let's do this!